your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Actually, it was a really nice day today. We had temperatures that were well into the 60s for a lot of us. And even right now, temperatures remain very comfortable in the 50s. 50 degrees in Champaign, 54 in Mattoon, still holding on to 57 degrees in the capital. However, it is now 49 degrees in Pontiac. But our skies have been pretty clear today, and we've got a great view of our Adams Memorial weather camera overlooking State Farm Center on our Roofing Dog iNet. Winds are not that bad right now either, out of the south of around 15 miles per hour. But everything changes tomorrow. We've got a big system coming through, which is going to provide us with not only rain showers, maybe even some storms, but some very strong winds as well. Overnight tonight, though, we do expect there to be some clouds coming in after midnight tonight, and that will set the stage for the next few days. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
It definitely is a broken system.
And one organization says it's costing valuable time for kids who might be in danger. How DCFS is trying to fix the problem. Plus, 2 shootings in one city had a hospital on lockdown over the weekend. We'll explain what that means. And TikTok may seem like a fun app for teenagers, but some at the Capitol say it could be putting your child's personal information at risk.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
Some complain DCFS is taking too long for people who report abuse to get a response. Now the agency is working to change that. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini. Jennifer is off tonight. An audit by the Children and Family Research Center at the U of I found the department needs to move more quickly after people called the hotline. WCIA 3's Gabrielle Franklin joins us live now. Gabrielle, how is DCFS responding to this report?
Well, Paul, DCFS's leader actually acknowledges that the agency could be doing better in that department, and he says they're already working to clean up that hotline. 1-800-25-ABUSE is the state's 24-hour hotline where people call in to report believed abuse and maltreatment of children. The U of I report found that due to low staffing, people are having to leave messages instead of talking to call floor workers. Researchers say the hotline can receive up to 100 calls an hour at its busiest, and all of those calls can create a backlog for the workers. With the response time of hours or even days to get back to people, some we spoke with have suggestions to make the system better.
And it definitely is a broken system. Unfortunately, I had to use the system before, and it wasn't very efficient. So I guess if you put it on a mobile app or something like that, it'll make it better.
Now, no word on a mobile app just yet, but the agency does say they are working with the Department of Innovation and Technology to overhaul their online reporting system in favor of a new one that is easier to navigate and capable of handling more claims. DCFS Director Mark Smith says that the agency is already working on hiring 20 additional workers, and he says that the state budget's increase is making all those new hires possible. Paul?
Well, it sounds like a step in the right direction. Gabrielle, thanks. Now, while the report showed hiring more staff is the biggest concern about the hotline, updating the online format would help DCFS workers become more productive. The study shows workers are expected to complete about 2 reports per hour. States with an online system are able to process between 4 and 9 reports an hour. DCFS says it's considering new features, including online chatting, texting, and voice-to-text for the new website. It was a busy weekend for Champaign police after 2 double shootings forced one hospital to go on lockdown. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting is live in Urbana. So, Courtney, explain that to us. What does a hospital lockdown mean?
Well, Paul, I talked to Carl Hospital leaders, and they said operations continued to happen at the hospital. They continued to accept patients, and they said that the operations at the hospital were not impacted. However, around 4 officers stayed around regularly for a couple hours after that incident happened to maintain the peace. Now, the first of those was a double shooting around 9 on Friday in the parking lot of Blackhawk. That's a liquor store on the corner of Kenwood and Springfield Avenue. Now, after that, a car showed up at Carl Hospital with bullet holes. That's when they went on lockdown. 5 hours later, a second double shooting, this time outside a home on West Bradley Avenue. And I talked to OSF leaders today about how they handle these lockdown situations.
In the event we had a high-risk situation and we went on lockdown, then nobody can get back. So we would stop everybody, we would ask name, who they're here to see, and technically we would lock down for all visitors unless you're a patient getting care or if it's in the interest of the visitor, do we need to put them in the back with their loved one?
OSF leaders say workplace violence is on the rise in ERs in general. They say they have a button they can press to get police to OSF as soon as possible. OSF leaders I talked to also said that they continually review their emergency procedures so that they are always as prepared as possible in those situations. Reporting live in Urbana, Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Courtney, thanks for that update. Now, all employees affected by workplace violence have the right to therapy by state law. OSF also has pastoral care services available after lockdowns to help people debrief. Champaign County authorities are searching for a suspect involved in a car theft. Happened on North Maplewood Drive in Rantoul on the afternoon of November 17th. Authorities say a 2012 Ford Edge was stolen from a driveway after the owner left it running and unattended while it warmed up. A few minutes later, it was gone. Champaign police found it abandoned the next day after it was involved in a hit and run. Police say they don't have any leads on who was responsible.
Maplewood's a relatively busy street here in town, so if anyone would have seen it, or even in Champaign when the accident occurred, if anyone happened to observe the accident and saw a suspect running from the stolen vehicle, then that would be helpful to pass that information on to us.
They're also asking people not to leave their vehicles running unlocked if they're going to leave it alone. If you have any information, contact Crime Stoppers. Springfield police are looking for a bank robbery suspect. It happened Thursday afternoon at the Regions on South Durkin Drive. Police say this woman, take a look at your screen, went into the bank and gave the teller a note demanding money. The teller gave her cash and the suspect took off. Investigators say she ran east from the parking lot. If you know who or where she is, you are asked to call Crime Stoppers. Take a look at your screen. The number's right there, 788-8427. We have an update on a deadly crash. We now know the name of the woman in Decatur who died after a teenager crashed into her home. The Macon County coroner says 87-year-old Mary Hinton died after the crash caused the house to explode. This happened late Friday night on East Locust Street. Investigators say the fire started when the SUV drove through the house, knocking the gas meter off. The coroner says Hinton died from carbon monoxide intoxication from breathing in smoke. The 17-year-old driver was taken to a hospital. He was arrested for driving under the influence. Still ahead, many of you are probably planning to hit the road or the skies this week. Why? What happens in Chicago might have an effect on your holiday travel. Plus, one organization could soon be forced to close. What it could mean for the people they assist if they don't get help in time.